So, a confession. I used to be one of those people who believed that success only came if you found the perfect routine and you stuck with it to the letter, no deviation whatsoever, for months, maybe even a whole year at a time. However, that belief soon went out the window when I joined my first ever commercial gym, and suddenly I had all sorts of wonderful toys to play with, and I couldn't make up my mind which ones I wanted to stick with for a long period of time. And therein lies the two dumb ways to try to use exercise variety. The first being no variety or deviation whatsoever, and the other one is just anything random for the sake of variety to effectively, quote, keep your muscle guessing. So on the one hand, we need some sort of change, variety, for a number of reasons to keep the workouts novel, to keep our mental and emotional interest with what we're doing, to prevent boredom from setting in, and we want to also just introduce new stimuli depending on where we want our workouts to go. But at the same time, you don't want things to be just random because no one ever got more proficient and improved their chances of doing anything when they're just running around without any sort of objective. And when was the last time in school you were like so confused you had no direction to head into, and then you ended up passing the test? Now, the first way to think of purposeful variety is making a change for the sake of altering the stimuli that you are trying to elicit in your workout. So if I'm working my biceps on curls, I'm like, I need my biceps working harder or creating more tension, then moving up to a heavier weight for the sake of making the muscle work harder makes a lot of sense. But you always want to make sure that when you change something, you're mindful of how it alters or influences the fundamental objective of your workout. So for example, here I am on cable curls. Now we could look at this a million different ways and be like, well, you got resistance at the start and you've got, a smoother resistance, no curve, I got the tricep rope. But fundamentally, I'm not doing anything different. I'm still applying resistance to bending my elbow for roughly the same resistance. So like, 3 sets of 10 kind of thing. So even though I've got the novelty of a different tool, I'm actually not doing anything that different. So there's two big lessons you want to take away from this. One is go ahead and add some variety, change up the equipment you're using, the exercises and stuff, as long as you're still making your body fundamentally do the same stuff and work the same way, like working your biceps to a good degree, you're still going to be on track to make the same results happen, but now you can play with some new toys and new techniques to refresh and make things feel a little bit more new. At the same time, don't assume that just changing things up for the sake of change is going to spark a stimulus for progression. Instead, always be looking at how are you performing and using your body to a higher level. If you change up your workout 20 ways from here till Tuesday, but you're still working with the same level of work capacity and proficiency, nothing much is going to happen. So we always want to be looking at how am I doing things better, not just different, if we want to get better results. Hopefully that clears some things up for you. Let me know if you have further questions down below, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these videos as well. Thank you very much for watching. Be fit and live free.